Hi. So in this session, we just want to do a small change in the previous function that we had written. We have this list and we were making a copy of it, copying all the data from here to here to do a recursion call. In this session, I just want to do a small change. I don't want to make copies. So instead what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell my function, hey, you need to start working from here. Don't look at the list before this particular index. So initially, we will have to work on the complete list. So the start index will be 0. So I'll compare 0 and first element. When I make the next call, I'm not going to make a copy of the list. So I'm going to say, hey, don't worry about the 0th element. You need to start looking at from 1. In the next call, I'm going to say, hey, don't worry about 0 and 1. You need to start looking from index 2 and so on. That's how I want to change my function. So now my function is going to get a list and it's also going to get a start index. In case your start index is equals to length minus 1, what does this mean? This basically means start index is here. I just have one element left. And in case you have one element left, it's sorted, right? You don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to do two things here. Just to handle the empty list case, I'm going to check if length is 0, or I can say if SI is equal to L or L minus 1. This is going to be a case only if you give me an empty list to start with. Okay. So if this or this is the case, then this is my base case. I'm going to return true. And if that's not the case, that basically means I have a list, you have given me a starting index and I need to check from here to here if the list is sorted or not. I'm not going to worry about this part. We'll apply exactly the same logic using on this smaller part. So what was our logic? We'll compare the element at SI and the element at SI plus 1. That is the first two elements of the part that we need to work on. If they are in wrong order, we'll return false. If they are not in wrong order, we need to make a call on this part, one smaller part, which I can do by passing SI plus 1 to the next recursion call. Okay, which we can do by calling SI plus 1 on the next recursion call. Great. So let's create a new function. Is sorted. I'm going to, for lack of creativity, I'm going to call it is sorted better. A comma start index. And what did we say? Let's first calculate the length. If SI equal L minus 1, that means there is only one element left in the list. And just to handle the 0 length case, I'm going to say this, right? Sorry. So what am I saying here? If SI is equals to L means that you have completed the list. SI is equals to L minus 1 means you have only one element left. So I'm handling both the cases. In this case, I'm going to return true. Otherwise, let me just clear this output. I don't like this error. Okay, so I'm going to return true. Otherwise, we are going to compare. So previously we were comparing 0th and the first element. Now I'm not going to worry about the 0th and the first element. I need to worry about the starting index element and the starting index plus 1 element. Anything before the starting index is not my problem. So if this is the case, I'm going to return false. And now, if that is not the case, if you have reached below this if, that basically means the first two elements are in order. So I need to check, is smaller part sorted? So I'm going to call is sorted better with the same array, and this time I'm going to pass si plus 1, start index plus 1. So what's happening here? This is for my list. You asked me to check it from here. I've checked the first two elements. Now I am calling the same list by passing the next index. This way the list will keep getting smaller and eventually you will hit the base case to return from here. Okay, perfect. So is smaller part is sorted, we get the answer from here, and if the smaller part is sorted, we are also sorted. If it's not sorted, we are not sorted. So I'm just going to return this as it is, and let's call this. Okay, I need to pass the start index, which by default should be 0. So it's saying yes, the array is sorted, and here the array is not sorted. Let's quickly see how exactly it works. Okay, so let's say you give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and start index is 0. So I come here, the length is 5, start index is 0, 0 is not equal to 4, it's not equal to 5, I'm not returning true, I'm coming here. Then I compare a of si, which is a of 0, and a of 1. They are in order, they are fine. So I'm making another call, this time same array, not a copy, but the start index is 1. So I'm not going to look at this part. I'm not looking at this part. Now this function call, this was the first function call, is sorted better, where si was 0, here si is 1, is sorted better, si is 1. So you will compare 1 and 2, they are in the order, so you're going to make another call. This time you are not going to look at these two, the start index is 2. So you will compare the elements at index 2 and index 3. So you compare these, which are 3, 4, 5, they are in order, so you're going to make another call. This time with this index, which is 3, you'll compare 4 and 5, you'll make another call with your index to be 4. Now as soon as you do this, length of your array is 5, start index is 4, that means start index equal 5 minus 1, so you will return true. This will return true, this will return true, this will return true, this will return true, and this is how the original function is going to return true as well, right? So you made all these calls to eventually get to whether the array is sorted or not. Let's say I had a 40 here instead. So what's going to happen? So here 1 and 2 are fine, so we are going to make this call. Here 2 and 3 are fine, so we are going to make this call. Here 3 and 40 are fine, so we are going to make this call. But as soon as we make this call, the base case is not met, but this is true. A of si is 40, a of si plus 1 is 5, that means you will return false from here itself. You will not make this call if this is 1, 2, 3, 45. So you'll return false from here, this will return false from here, this will return false from here, and this will eventually return false, and you're getting the right answer. So in case the array is sorted, you're going till the end. In case it is not sorted, you will stop as soon as you find something wrong in your array or list. Okay, so that's how the whole thing is working. In the previous function that we had written, we were just making copies. We are not using the start index, we are just making copies. Okay, please solve the problems that are within the lecture flow, and in the next session we'll look at couple of we'll start looking at a little more interesting problems within lists, and from now on we will be using this start index instead of making copies. Okay, thank you.